You know, sometimes when I look at Donald Trump and I sit there and say, this guy is president of the United States, basically a trust fund baby who never done anything in his life, who has a nerve to be racist and sexist, and just a vile person is our commander in chief. But then I also had to sit there and say how he got there is by people being apathetic to voting and people voting against their own interests. But when I also think about how if any other politician or would have said what he would have said, or any man in general would say what he said, he would be roasted on him over the coat. Well, if he was a black man, more so. But still, if he was a man, he'd be roasted over a fire, for saying what he said by grabbing him by the pussy. Now, Billy Bush, I really do think that his karma came back to bite him on his ass for multiple reasons. If anybody's watched those entertainment shows over their lifetime, and I'm not gonna lie, back in the day when I was a lot younger, I used to watch a lot of those Entertainment Tonight, Extra, Current Affair, Harpy type shows. And I did watch Access Hollywood when it first aired, when Giselle Fernandez and Larry Minty, because of the Chicago connection. And I watched it all the way up into Sean Robertson, and the various other hosts, Pat O'Brien, Nancy O'Dell, and whatnot. And then Billy Bush came in. Only reason why Billy Bush took over because Pat O'Brien had a drinking problem, and NBC wanted to cut ties with Pat O'Brien, even though people watched it more so because of Pat's, his voice and whatnot. And he was just a sports. Pat was a sports guy. He brought some gravitas to the show. I know, a show about rich people and movies and television and whatnot. But anyways, when Billy took over, I was like, this dude took over. I said, the only reason why he got it because he's a Bush. He's a member of the Bush family, and and when he do his report, he always would make little snide comments about people. And he would make little snide comments about black celebrities, especially they got in trouble. But I sat there and I said, I guess it is what it is. But then when he got with Trump, he did what any other kiss ass does. He laughed at Trump jokes. He didn't say anything. He went along with it. Well, a lot of people was out there saying, yo, Trump is bad news. And there were people trying to sound the alarms, but nobody was listening. Now, the irony among irony, even Billy said it's not lost on him that Trump is the president and he got thrown under the bus. But remember also, Billy Bush tried to take up for that dude during the Olympics that lied on the locals in there. So his karma is bound to come bite him in the ass. Now, the thing is now Billy wants to get back on TV. He wants to get back out there. He wants to rehabilitate himself. And I can understand that to a certain degree. But we have to remember that these are white guys talking about women in the most obscene ways. But yet, everybody project this negative anti-woman shit on black men. Now, here it is. These two white guys laughing and joking about women. Bush is telling old girl in the middle. I think she just left the show. Was about to leave the show. I forget what's the name of the show. It's on NBC. Days of Our Lives. I think she left or she's about to leave. But anyway, Billy said, "Won't you hug Donald Trump?" And he said, "What about the Bushy?" And she went along with it. And she knew that she's being objectified. I mean, look at the dress she's wearing to go meet these guys. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, 60% of white women voted, but they at the same time they was complaining about Billy. And Comcast, I think they wanted to get rid of Billy anyway. You know what I mean? Because they did it so fast, But yet Comcast kept Trump on after all the racist comments that he made. That's why Trump is so fucking arrogant, because nobody never challenges this fat prick. But that being said, Robin Roberts interviewed Billy Bush. And Billy actually requested Robin Roberts. And I think what Billy's angling is for a job at ABC, or figured, let me go let the black lesbian chick interview me, because she's known not to go hard on white guys. Now, y'all know, if you've been following, know that I think Robin Roberts is an evil bulldagger, because I watched the interview she gave with Billy Bush. She didn't disrespect him. She didn't go at him hard. She put some questions out there. She said what some people how they reacted, and he was allowed to answer questions, to get away with answering some BS questions. She asked a question, he would never answer it. But that was Chris Brown or Nate Parker. She kept drilling and drilling and drilling and drilling. Now, I know that there's some women out here who watch my commentaries on lesbian. I already know that. But let me be honest with you. There's a reason why black men have issues with black lesbians. Because they want to be black men so bad, so they always want to try to challenge our manhood, but would never challenge a white man's manhood. I mean, Robin sat there, viewed this motherfucker, and basically she tap danced with him, soft shoot him. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This motherfucker was joking, and then he said, well, you know, I was eager to please. And Robin just said, well, you were, you know, a 30-something-year-old man. And Billy, I was 34 years old. And they let it hang there. Nate Parker was acquitted in college, and Robin Roberts was treating Nate as if he just had an issue with a woman. Billy Bush was in his 30s. Kids, married, had kids. And she didn't follow up and say, well, you knew better. You should have known better, Billy. She didn't do that. This is why when y'all was talking about Harvey, why don't you do a video when Robin was going through a cancer battle? I'm like, fuck her. Because Robin has always been nasty. She's always been condescending. But see, Robin ain't going to go against a white man because she at home eating a white woman's snatch. She the typical black gay that's in public eye, don't want to fuck up when they got home with a white man or white woman. Don Lemon, Wanda Sykes, and many others are the same way. Now, my thing is, I'm not a fan of Billy Bush because I remember those comments he made about Michael Jackson before he died. Those comments he made about Chris Brown and many other black male celebrities. Acting outraged when they was accused of saying something, talking about rappers and their lyrics. But you sat right there and joked with Donald Trump. And they both worked at NBC. And NBC knew it. They knew what they had. It had 2005. Let me remind y'all. 2005. And they didn't do a damn thing about it. But Robbins just gave a little soft-ass interview. And then Michael, what's his name? Michael Strahan, like, yeah, I met him, you know. He seemed like he's really changed. He's meditating and all this shit. Really? Really? You guys are going to give... But see, Michael Strahan was married to a white chick. Michael Strahan works around nothing but white folk now. I don't mean no disrespect, but you know, you got two coons on a morning show. Matter of fact, most blacks on these morning shows, Roker, Gayle King, Tamara Hall when she was at NBC, most of these blacks on these morning shows are tokens, and they're a bunch of coons. But for Robin to give him an interview and treat him with such respect, but disrespect a 19-year-old or 20-year-old, well, I think Chris was just turned 20 at the time. Treat him like he was doing this on a regular basis. Treat Nate after Nate was cleared as if he did something. And then you get this, do a soft interview. You evil ass cunt. This is why everybody be talking about Robin. I'm like, man, she evil. And I told y'all way back when that old thing, that interview her and Chris Brown, and those who follow me, they unsub me, Harvey, you taking off for Chris because you're a black man. I said, no, because Robin would never have said those things to a white man. And if you guys to go listen to the Chris Brown interview, Watch her mannerisms. Go look at the Nate Parker video, listen to her and watch her mannerisms. Then listen to this Billy Bush video, listen to her and watch her mannerisms. You tell that she was more respectful to Billy Bush. I keep telling y'all that there's a certain group of women within the black community, whether they're straight and gay, do not respect black men. They are allies in white supremacy. We quick to call out a black man coon. We quick to call him out and say he's a sandal handkerchief head, or most people use the term Tom, which they use inappropriately, but still. I've been yelling at this for a minute. I'm like, Robin Roberts don't respect black men. I'm telling you, watch how she talk. If you watch these daytime talk shows, none of these sisters respect black men. And yet there's a group of black women go defend them. I did a video by Aisha Tyler. You had some trolls coming by defending them. Go to their channels. Now, I don't know if those was really black. One of them I know was a real black woman. Rest of them, they were just troll channels, trying to stir up shit. I remember when Niecy Nash was on the inside of where Elisa Bloom, how disrespectful they were to Gary Coleman. You can look at that man and take a stick at that point. They treated him like he's the villain. See, this the problem. This is why they would give a black woman a TV show put on TV, because they know she'll stick to the script. Now, sisters, this ain't an attack on all black women, but it's just glaring how Robin gave Billy Bush such a soft interview, but treated Nate and Chris like they gave her cancer, like they the reason for her cancer or something. I have no respect for this carpet munch. This bitch voice deep in the mind at times.